GDP numbers are coming in down. We got tariffs going on. Are you about to tell me some bad news? No, I got some numbers for July that are going to make your day. Because turns out the market is taking off right now. What do I talk about? Well, I'm James Lowen. Let's get this head shrinking and going as we take a look at some numbers that are back in for July. And we've got this in as the Greater Toronto Area has seen the best July, not just this year, not just year over year, but in 4 years, all right, since 2021. What am I talking about? Well, this is a phenomenal article, and it's basically going to be Uncle Jimmy reading you a story right now because the area and the biggest comparison what I'm looking for here is I didn't want to compare just to June, right? When we're looking, we want to see truly year over year, and this is a true comparison. So the sales rose 10.9% in July compared with a year earlier, all right, which is massive. So, and then it's talking about that sales were up 13% from June, right, on a seasonally adjusted month over month, which would make sense if July was up 10% year over year, that we'd be up from June as well. What's happening? I think we're getting consumers having some confidence. Obviously, there was no effect from the policy from the central bank because that did not change, as we know, in July. But I think people are just getting some comfort with knowing that the new norm is that Trump's going to threaten tariffs and that people are okay with that now. And if we take a look in the city of Toronto, there was 2,205 sales last month. All right. Where did this come from? Largest increase, semi-detached segment, which is up 25%. Detached homes up 11. The biggest one I love here, of course, is townhouses, but also a 5.8% increase in the number of condos that changed hands. So if we're seeing almost a 6% increase on the condo market, which has got the most supply and probably the biggest affect and biggest negative in the news, that's a pretty big number. So, with all this said, we've got still the date of August 31st with tariffs to come to a ratification. If that gets in place and it's also favorable, is that going to send our market up higher further? Yet to be seen. If that goes and takes off, will that mean the Bank of Canada maybe won't decrease in August? Obviously, stay tuned. We'll let you know. But this is just a great news Monday as we've got them up all across the board in Toronto. Let me know your thoughts on this and what's happening in your market.